Hey everyone, it's Deb. I'm here to do cards with Paige and Peggy. When this airs, it will be October 31st. Happy Halloween! As most of you probably know, on the last day of each month, Paige and Peggy do Christmas cards. And then in the middle of the month, it varies on what type of cards they do. So I'm playing along. I'm trying to play along all the time now. I missed a few in there, but I'm back on track. And this will be Stampin' Up. I tried to do more simple cards, but I think they turned out really good in any event. Anyway, I used the Festive Farmhouse papers. Move my mouse out of the way. These are the 3 sheets that I used. And the colors that are in here are Cherry Cobbler. These are Stampin' Up colors. Cherry Cobbler, Mossy Meadow, Whisper White, Very Vanilla in the background on this one. This is Cherry Cobbler, Basic Black, Very Vanilla. This is Whisper White, Gray Granite, Cherry Cobbler. And then I did also use the backs, Cherry Cobbler and Mossy Meadow on some of the cards. So that was my starting point. What did I just do? There it is. With the pack of paper. Okay, let me move that out of the way. Then I also used the Merry Christmas Thinlits dies. It has Merry and Christmas and Happy and Holidays, and then the things that cut this out, and the smaller one as well. I used this stamp set, but this time the only thing I think I used is this swirly, and I believe I used one of these holly flourishes in one of the cards. I didn't actually stamp the words from this. And then this one, Timeless Tidings clear mount stamp set, I did use the Merry Christmas, and I think I used this Hoping Beautiful Moments and Happy Memories Surround You at this time of year, but I'm not sure. It was either that one or this one. We'll see when we go through. It's been a day or two since I made them. And I also used the Stitch Shapes Framelit dies, and I used various ones, so I'll show those to you when we get to them. Okay, and then of course I used coordinating papers in Mossy Meadow, Cherry Cobbler, Gray Granite, Basic Black, as well as of course Whisper White and Very Vanilla. That's a scrap, so okay, so let me get rid of those. Okay, now let me start showing you the cards. The first one I did is this one. This is the Merry Christmas Thinlits. See, I always get that mixed up again. Here they call them Framelits. And I cut them out in Gray Granite and Cherry Cobbler. The Gray Granite is underneath. I glued them together to give it a little dimension, but I wanted some of the Gray Granite to show through, and I think it did. It looks like I got a little glue sticking out there. Okay, so the base is Cherry Cobbler, then I have Gray Granite on top, another Cherry Cobbler, and then the Designer Series paper. And this ribbon, and I didn't show you the ribbons, but we'll just do them as we go, if I can find them again. Oh goodness, I thought I had them out. Oh yeah, here I do. Okay, this one is called Textured Weave Ribbon. It's 1/2 inch wide, and it's in the annual catalog, page 200. It's 147656. This ribbon is beautiful. It feels so nice to the touch, and it's got like a white edging on it. It's not wired, it's just a edging. Really pretty. And so what I did there is I wrapped the ribbon around the Designer Series paper, and then I took a piece of ribbon and tied it onto this to make it look like a bow. It's one of those fake bows you've seen people do, I'm sure. Well, let's see what I did on the inside. I think I just matted, yeah, this one I just matted Gray Granite and Whisper White, and then I put one of those swirls on. So that's the first card. Then the second card, I flipped that same paper over, I believe. Let me just check. Yes, this is the front, and this is the back. So I wanted to use the back of a piece of scrap I had. I flipped it over and used that. I put it on Whisper White with gray granite, and then I just matted that. But then I used my stitch shapes, and I used squares. The largest one, the next largest one, the next, you know, the same as this size in gray though. And then Whisper White again. And then these little elements are also out of the Farmhouse collection in the holiday catalog. They are called Festive Farmhouse Elements, and you have to be careful when you pop these out, because if you push too hard, the letters in some areas are fragile, like where the R would connect to the Y, for example, or E connecting to the L. So just be super careful when you punch them out. But this is what you end up with. So here's the Noel that was in there. It's plain wood color on the other side, and then this gray, and I thought the gray went really well with the theme, the gray granite. And then 3 little trees also. Down here I had a strip of the gray granite paper, and I put over it you've seen me use this before, the polka dot tulle ribbon in Whisper White. I'm pretty sure that's on page 200 of the annual catalog as well. I didn't want a bow on it because I wanted clean and simple. And then these actually are the rhinestone basic jewels, and what I did is I took my cherry cobbler Stampin' Blend and colored them, because with your alcohol inks you can do that. You can color your clear gems. Now once you do it, you let them dry a little bit, and then you can pop them on whatever your desired project is. Oops, sorry. Oh, I just bumped you. Sorry. Yep, other way. I'm playing with camera angles, guys. I have to lift this up a little too. It's right in my face. Okay, so on inside, I did a similar thing. I wanted space for people to write, but I did sort of the reverse. Like on this side's the bigger squares, and I only did one. I put cherry cobbler, gray granite, and then 1 square instead of 2 more layers of the Whisper White for them to write on, and also up here, and I just left it at that. So I kind of took the big one and put it on the opposite side, and the small one and put it on the opposite side on the inside. So I thought that came out cute. Simple, plain and simple, but cute. And then this one, I used this paper here, which has, the back is the green stripe, which that'll make an appearance in a little bit. Now a new element is brought in. What I did here is I put it on very vanilla cardstock on basic black, and then the plaid, and these are back in stock, guys. They were out of stock for a while, so I couldn't even show them to you because I didn't want you to want them and not be able to get them. These are chicken wire elements, and they're white on the back, but you can use them as a stencil. You can use them like I did and put them behind here. You can color them with your markers any color you want, and you get, let's see, 6 sheets. These are in the holiday catalog 147807, and they came back in stock about a week ago, I think. So I just put one in the silver to give it a little dimension. And then I put a little texture, actually. Then I put 2 of the stitch shape ovals on, and then Happy Holidays, which is out of the Merry Christmas Framelits. And then these black dots, I don't know if you were watching a different video I did not long ago with these faceted dots, and I said, oh, I can't tell if they're navy or black. Well, there's basic black, and then this is actually I think it's Blackberry Bliss, so it's like a deep purple. And I think with them so close together, I didn't realize they were 2 different colors, and maybe that's why the black was looking navy. But this is definitely basic black, Blackberry Bliss, Grapefruit Grove, Mint Macaroon, and then in smaller sizes. So I used 3 of the larger basic black dots and just put them on. And then inside I used basic black, the plaid, and then another piece of the Very Vanilla. And no sentiments on that because I just have Happy Holidays in there. Then the fourth card, I used this plaid, which also reverses to this. I hope I showed that. And here I started off with the twine, actually. This is also Festive Farmhouse Cotton Twine. It's in the Holiday Catalog 147888, and the colors are Cherry Cobbler, Mossy Meadow, and Very Vanilla. So perfect colors for this. So what I did is I wrapped the Cherry Cobbler around the designer series paper, 3 times, and I made sure it gathered like here. So then I took a tiny little piece of the Mossy Meadow and I tied a bow there on the Cherry Cobbler ribbon. It's a little bit puffier there than I would like it to be, but that's from the twine. Then here I just took a piece of Cherry Cobbler, and here Very Vanilla, and I stamped a Merry Christmas. That was out of the good the Tidings stamp. Oh, come on. Tidings stamp set. Timeless Tidings. This stamp set right here. And I used my triple banner punch to make the edges into a banner, and again I colored the clear faceted dots. Faceted Rhinestone Basic Jewels, I'm sorry. These are Rhinestone Basic Jewels, and I colored them in Cherry Cobbler. And then on the inside, it's just a little different. I had different size scraps. So I just cut them down over this way and layered them so that there's a place for people to write. That's the fourth card. And then the last one, I had a piece of Cherry Cobbler paper left. I ran it through, I forgot to show you this. I ran it through the Corrugated Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing folder. Say that 3 times fast, right? Anyway, it makes this nice corrugated cardboard look. That is in the annual catalog, by the way. I had this scrap of the back of that paper we used in the last card. This plaid, it turns to this. And also it has scrap of the back of this plaid, which turns to the stripe. And I wanted to use them, so I did the large oval stitched in the stripe, and this piece was already, I just had to cut a little off the bottom. And then this oval I stamped on the Hoping, yeah, that's out of Timeless Tidings also. Hoping beautiful moments and happy memories surround you at this time of year. And that's in the Cherry Cobbler. And then the holly leaf was out of the Merry Christmas to All stamp set. Both of those are in the seasonal catalog. And then this ribbon is, one sec, is the sheer ribbon 1/8 inch. It's on page 201 of the annual catalog, and it's in Whisper White. It's a very thin ribbon, as you can see, but it's great for tying little bows. And then on the inside, I just took 2 extra little pieces of the green Mossy Meadow paper, and I left this blank as well. So those are my simple cards that I did for this episode of Cards with Paige and Peggy, and I hope you enjoyed them. I had a lot of fun making them. Actually, I think it was last night, late. But that was a couple days before you're actually seeing this. So those are my 5, and I thought they turned out really well. Nothing super fancy, no, super duper fancy techniques, nothing that I haven't done really before, just different layouts and things. I really kind of liked the squares. I liked them all. My favorite, well, I don't know. Having trouble with what is my favorite. I really liked this ribbon, so and this Merry Christmas sort of could go for gentlemen or ladies. I think more leaning towards gentlemen, and this one probably too. I don't know. They all, the plaids to me sort of look like for a gentleman. But if you're into vintage, they sort of have some of them, this one here especially, has a vintage kind of feel to it. So I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. If you like them, please give me a thumbs up. And be sure to go check out PAIGE, who is Stamp Girl, STMPGRL, and PEGGY, who is JP Peggy 2. They make beautiful cards every time. I'm in awe. They're my teachers, among others, but they're my teachers. I watch them and learn, try to learn. Still need a lot of practice at card making. I have trouble with straight lines, you know. I'm trying. I have to stand up to be able to lay anything straight, and I still see I messed up, but it was probably 1 a.m. in the morning by the time I finished this last one. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will put a list of all these Stampin' Up! Products that I use down below the video if you're interested. I have a host code open for October. It ends on October 31st, so if you would place an order with me of $50 or more, I am giving away a stamp set to each person who places an order against that host code, $50 or more. These are the ones. I've shown this in a previous video, so I'm not going to dwell on it. And also, if we hit the 150, which we're not at yet, we will be having a drawing for the Stampin' Rewards product that you get when you exceed $150. You get Stampin' Up! Gives rewards, and that is equal to about 10% of the order amount. So, and what I would do is do your initials on the spinny wheel. Whoever's initials are drawn will get to pick what they want for the rewards, up to the rewards amount, and then I'll order it for them and ship it to them. So that's it for now, guys. I'll be back soon. Well, probably I'll be back before you see this with another video or two. Okay, guys, talk to you later. Hugs, love, and peace.